Stop. Don't scroll past this dot. Yes, you, the one hearing these words. This message is not a coincidence. It is not some random video that drifted into your endless feed. Feel that for a second. The way everything around you seems to have just gone. Quiet. The way your heart may have just skipped a beat. You are not imagining it. This is an appointment. A sacred appointment, arranged long before you knew you needed it. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has perfectly aligned time and space for these words to find you, right at this moment, right where you are sitting. Heaven knew the precise instant you would open this, the moment your soul, consciously or not, was ready to receive it. This is not an ordinary day, and this is certainly not an ordinary message. This is an urgent summons from the Creator himself, who has seen the secret burdens in your heart, the unspoken questions that echo in your mind in the dead of night. And because of the urgency of this situation, he has dispatched his most powerful messenger, Archangel Michael. He was not sent to deliver a generic greeting. He was sent to speak directly to your soul. To you, the message you are hearing, every word soaking into your consciousness, is not the result of an algorithm, not the chance happening of a meaningless chain of events. On the contrary, it is the culmination of a divine orchestration, an arrow of destiny fired from eternity that has found its target in your heart right now. Think about it. Of the billions of people on this planet, in the millions of moments that make up this day, it is you, right here, who was chosen to hear this. That flicker of coincidence you might feel, that gentle sense of déjà vu that you've been here before, is not an illusion. It is a confirmation. It is an echo of a promise your soul made long ago. It is a divinely ordained appointment, written in the sacred ledgers of the cosmos, long before you are aware of its existence. Every word you are receiving, every pause between them, has been calibrated to the millisecond. Why? Because heaven foresaw this very moment, the moment your defenses would be down, when the weariness of the world would temporarily subside, and your heart, if only for a flash, would be open enough to receive a call that could change everything. This is an extraordinary event. It is not something common you can find every day. It carries a profound sacredness because it was sent exclusively for you. This message isn't for the person sitting next to you. It's not for your friends, not for your family, though they may be blessed by your transformation later. But right now, in this holy instant, it is for one person and one person only. It is for you. The presence of this message at this point in your life is not luck. It is an unmistakable sign that a wheel of destiny has begun to turn. Something sacred has been activated. A chain of events that cannot be delayed has been set in motion, and you are being irrevocably invited, summoned, to be an integral part of that process. Heaven has been trying to reach you for days, even weeks, through vague, unexplainable feelings, through sudden thoughts that pop into your head, through strange, vivid dreams you couldn't fully grasp upon waking. And now, those quiet efforts have reached their peak. With an urgency that cannot be put into words, Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, the defender of truth, is speaking directly. He is no longer whispering on the wind. He is standing right here in the spiritual realm that surrounds you, bearing a message that cannot and must not be ignored. This message is not just a piece of advice, a quote, or a gentle reminder. It is a declaration of a victory God has already ordained for you, a truth upon which your entire destiny is hinged. Picture this: a part of your future, the most glorious chapter of your life, is currently on hold. It's like a vast, intricate machine ready to operate and create miracles, but it's waiting for one final piece, one critical key to turn it on. This truth is that piece. Until this truth is spoken, heard, and received by you, that machine remains silent. But if you open your heart now, In this very moment, great doors you didn't even know existed will begin to swing open. A wave of profound understanding will flood your mind. You will suddenly comprehend things that have confused, pained, and tormented you for years. The whys will be replaced by the, so that's what it was. It will be like a thick, dark veil that has shrouded your life for so long is suddenly lifted, allowing the brilliant light of clarity to shine into the darkest corners of your soul. This truth is being sent for you to receive a confirmation, not a vague one, but a divine validation so clear and powerful that every lie that has poisoned your life, every delay that has hindered your progress, and every invisible obstacle on your path will be shattered, broken into pieces. Your path forward, once hazy and fraught with thorns, will finally become clear, unobstructed by mysteries or unresolved issues. Right now, all of heaven is echoing with this truth. The angels are holding their breath, watching your every move, your every heartbeat. They are waiting to see what you will do with this crucial message. They are waiting to see if you will recognize the weight and sanctity of this moment. You've felt it already, haven't you? A gentle pull in your heart, a restless stirring. But now, you must feel something else rising in your spirit. Urgency. Do not ignore the inner voice that is speaking to you right now. You are not imagining things. You are not deceiving yourself. You are being chosen in this very instant to perform a sacred act of divine restoration. Your obedience, your decision to listen in this moment, will not just change your day. It will echo into eternity like a bell signaling that a great shift has begun. Archangel Michael is not merely a messenger. He is not just any angel. He is the warrior of God, the special emissary dispatched from the very throne of the Most High, with one specific and singular mission at this time: to ensure that you, and only you, receive this message in its entirety. His presence right now is irrefutable proof of the importance and urgency of what is happening. Picture him not as an image in a painting, but as a living, powerful energy. He has been standing at the threshold of your life for a long time, even when you were completely unaware. He is your unseen protector, using his mighty wings to shield you from dark forces, blocking invisible evils that have tried to infiltrate your peace. He has seen what has been hidden from you. He knows truths you are unaware of, traps that were laid on your path that you luckily avoided because of his intervention. And now, he is no longer standing guard in silence. He is actively holding open a door for you, a door in time, a moment of sacred truth, and this door will not stay open forever. He has guarded you, protected you all this time, even in your loneliest moments, even when you doubted the existence of any divine protection. With authority granted from God himself, Archangel Michael is standing right beside you. He is calling your name, not in a strange voice, but in a voice filled with heaven's love, a voice that recognizes your soul. He whispers your name, and at the same time, he commands with God's power for the forces of chaos to stand down. But now, he is not just whispering anymore. His voice carries an intense urgency, ringing like sacred thunder in the spiritual realm. And he is pleading with you, almost begging you, to stop everything and listen. You need to understand this. In the unseen but very real spiritual realm, a war is being fought. This isn't a war for territory or worldly power. This is a war for the truth. And one person's soul, along with your destiny, is the prize. Archangel Michael is directly engaged in this battle. He is fighting against opposing forces, negative energies that have been trying to permanently silence another person's soul before they could speak to you. There is someone trying to reach you, and those forces want them to be silent forever, to take their secret to the grave. Michael's sword of light has been drawn. This is not a poetic image. It signifies a decisive and definitive intervention. from heaven to ensure the truth is revealed, to ensure divine justice is served. He is standing in the sacred window that God has opened, a slit in space-time. He is using his own strength to keep that door from being slammed shut by demonic winds, by the forces of delay and deception that are trying to shut it forever. This is a divine intervention of the highest order, an essential support from heaven to ensure that you can receive the truth necessary for your healing and liberation. He is not just a protector, he is an intercessor. He is the warrior fighting for the truth and for the soul of that other person, and in doing so, fighting for your destiny. Even right now, he is pleading for you to listen. He is commanding the clouds of chaos in your mind, the noises of doubt and anxiety around you, to dissipate so that this word, this message, can penetrate and reach the very depths of your heart. There is a powerful urgency, a rushing current of energy moving through the spiritual realm, and it has your name on it. You are not allowed to delay. You cannot say later. Why? Because there is a person connected to you on a soul level, a soul you know who is in turmoil. They are facing a life or death moment, a tipping point they may not survive. This message is not meant to scare you. Fear is the tool of the enemy. Heaven's purpose is to awaken you. That person's life right now hangs by an incredibly thin thread, and you are being summoned, urgently called, to understand something that is still hidden, a truth that could determine the peace of their soul and the freedom of yours. Heaven is watching closely. Archangel Michael delivers this warning with a heavy heart. That person may pass soon, very soon. It could be a matter of days, perhaps even less. This message is not a punishment for them or for you. It is a necessary part of their soul's journey, and it is an indispensable part of yours. Their breath is weakening, their life force is draining, but their soul, with one final extraordinary effort, is trying to hold on for just one more moment, just long enough to speak to you. If you don't listen now, if you ignore this call, that final truth, that confession, could be lost forever with their last breath. The clock is ticking. This is not a cliché. Archangel Michael is watching that sacred clock closely. He says, "You do not have many days. You do not have many hours. This divine clock is counting down the seconds. This present moment, this window of opportunity, will not last forever." All of heaven is trembling with the urgency of the situation. The angels have surrounded the realm between this world and the next. And Michael stands there with his sword, not to fight you, but to intervene in prayer, to plead for you to listen, to protect this moment for you. If you ignore this message, if you close this tab and go back to your daily life as if nothing happened, it could be too late to know what they were about to confess. And if you do not act quickly, do not open your heart to receive, you may have to carry an invisible burden for the rest of your life, the burden of never hearing their truth. Are tears falling in the spiritual realm? They are the tears of this person's soul. They are crying out for help, not to be saved physically, but to be saved spiritually, to be freed from the weight of a secret. This is not a game. This is not a coincidence. This is a soul crisis happening in real time. If this person passes with that secret still locked in their heart, something sacred will be interrupted. A prophecy about your life will crumble. A chain of miracles destined for you will be postponed indefinitely, and your destiny will be abruptly disrupted. You will go on living, but there will always be a sense of lack. You will continue to wonder, to guess, to feel a strange, nameless sorrow that something important is missing, but you will never be able to name it. You will be forever haunted by the question, what if? That is why Archangel Michael is crying out with all his might. Do not let this moment slip away. Do not let this message pass you by like a ship in the night. If you ignore this, if you choose skepticism over faith, you will feel something in your spirit go silent. A sensitive, intuitive part of you will die. A part of your soul will ache without explanation. Conversely, if you open your heart right now, if you pray and ask for divine guidance, you will know exactly what to do next. Delay is how the enemy wins. But urgency, right now, is the language of heaven. There is someone close to you, someone to whom your heart was or still is connected, who is nearing death. And they, in these final hours, are holding a truth that must be revealed. A truth that is directly about you. This person is not a random character in your life story. Their life has been intricately woven with yours from the very beginning. There is something sacred between you, a connection that goes beyond ordinary understanding. It could be a divine mission you were meant to complete together, or a soul contract that was sealed before you were both born. And that contract cannot be fulfilled. That cycle cannot be closed until this truth is freed from the shackles of silence. This person, whose soul is swirling in a storm of regret, guilt, and love, is at a tipping point. They are on the precipice. They may not survive this critical moment if the truth is not spoken. Their physical life hangs by a thread, and you, yes you, are being spiritually summoned to understand something that is still hidden. Archangel Michael says this person has only days, perhaps less. This is not said to sow fear, but to prepare you, so you understand the gravity of the situation. Last night, in a vision, God showed an image. This person standing by their bed, their body trembling uncontrollably. They were holding something in their hand, perhaps a yellowed letter, an old photograph, or a small keepsake that holds immense meaning for you both. They wanted to contact you. They picked up the phone many times, drafted long messages, but then fear and shame held them back. Michael says they were moments away from sending you something, a message, a voice recording, or even defying everything to come see you. But they hesitated. And now time is running out. They are falling into a spiral of physical exhaustion and spiritual chaos. Their heart knows, their soul knows, that they cannot leave this world without telling you the truth. Their soul is in an incredibly fragile and vulnerable state. And what they need to unburden to you, what they must confess, will change your entire life forever. Their breath is weakening, and their soul, in a final act of love and remorse, is trying to hold on for just one more moment, just one long enough to speak to you. All of heaven is trembling with this urgency. Their soul is weeping, not from physical pain, but for release, for one last chance to speak the truth that will change everything. Inside this person is a brutal civil war. They are overwhelmed by warring waves of emotion, gut-wrenching guilt, deep regret, and a fierce love. For you, all existing at once. There is something from the past, an event, a word, a wrong decision, that has haunted them like a ghost for years, even decades. They know that what they are about to say might shock you. It might change how you see them, the past, and yourself. But deep down, their soul also knows that this truth, no matter how painful, will ultimately set you free. Because unbeknownst to you, you have been unwittingly trapped in the same energetic prison with them. Their silence has created the invisible bars that have caged you both. This person has been visited by angels in their dreams. They have been shown visions, the consequences if they continue in silence and take this secret with them. Archangel Michael confirms that their silence until now was never meant to punish you. It came from fear, fear of judgment, fear of your reaction, fear that you would hate them, fear that the truth would destroy the fragile image you still hold of them. But now, the call of their soul has become stronger than fear. And you are stronger now too. You can handle this. This person is not evil, not cruel. They are a human being with deep wounds in places no one has ever seen. But they love you in their own imperfect, fragile way, and they always have. That is why this secret hurts them so much. It is a fire burning them from the inside out. They don't want to take it with them when they go, but they are terrified that if they speak it, you will stop loving them. You will turn your back on them. This person has wrestled with this truth for years. They have written letters and torn them up in tears. They have started to make confessions only to be choked by silence. They have tried to forget, to bury it, but God would not let them, because this truth was always, from the very beginning, destined for you. They have something to tell you, something they have carried in a silence as heavy as lead. It has the power to completely change the lens through which you see everything your past, your present, and your future. You do not yet know the full weight of the secrets they carry, but it is time for them to be brought into the light. This person has kept a secret for too long, a truth buried like a smoldering fire under their skin, and now it is consuming them from the inside out. This truth is not just about them. It is intrinsically linked to you. You don't know what they are about to confess, but God does. And God knows you need to hear it. They have tried to tell you many times in the past, but each time, fear was like an invisible hand squeezing their throat. Time passed. Golden opportunities were lost. But now, the last grains of sand in the hourglass of their life are nearly gone. Their soul is crying out for release, for one final chance to speak the truth that will change everything. There is something they never told you. And it's not just about them. It's about you. Here is a shocking truth. You have been deceived into thinking that they were the one who betrayed you, who turned their back on you. But the truth is deeper, more painful, and ultimately far more redemptive than you can possibly imagine. This truth might be about an intricately woven lie, a cover-up to protect someone else, a critical conversation you are never meant to know about. Now, heaven is pulling back that curtain because the truth is no longer a threat. It is your rescue. This person once promised you something, directly or in the silence of their heart. Maybe they promised to always protect you, to be with you forever. Or perhaps the simplest yet most sacred promise of all, to always tell you the truth. But they broke that promise. And from that moment on, neither of your souls has ever truly been at peace. Moreover, they know something shocking about another person in your circle, someone you still trust, perhaps implicitly. They withheld this information because they didn't want to start a war, didn't want to turn you against that person. But this hidden knowledge is the key that can explain so many things you've long wondered about. Why certain blessings were delayed, why some doors slammed shut in your face, why certain people acted strangely, and why you felt an unexplained negative energy around you. This person wanted to protect you from that painful truth, but they did it the wrong way, with silence. And now, they know the price of their silence was too high. God is revealing that this person documented that truth. They wrote something for you. It could be a handwritten letter, tucked away in an old book. It could be a note file on their phone, an email in a draft folder, or even a recording of their trembling voice. They hid it somewhere in a drawer. You never notice, in an old journal, in a box of mementos, or perhaps they entrusted it to someone you both trust, with instructions to only give it to you when they were gone. They didn't know how to give it to you. They were afraid it would destroy your fragile peace, but the soul does not lie, and their soul has been trying to contact you. You have felt a strange pull in your chest whenever you think of them. You have had vivid dreams about this person, dreams where you still felt their presence upon waking. You have had sudden memories flood back from nowhere, small details you thought you had long forgotten. You may have even caught yourself whispering their name unconsciously. That is not a coincidence. That is divine convergence. That is their soul trying to call you. Your intuition has never been wrong about this person. Deep down, you always felt There was something deeper there, something unfinished, unexplained, unresolved. You have had moments where you felt them so close to you, even though geographically they could be miles away. You have felt their pain as if it were your own. You have heard your name in their silence. And now, this message comes to confirm all those feelings. Their soul has been trying to speak to you long before these words ever reached you. Who is this person? Let your soul answer that question, not your logical mind. They could be an ex-lover, a relationship that ended in confusion, leaving scars, and unanswered questions, a family member, a father, mother, sibling, or a close relative with whom your relationship has always had an invisible distance, an unexplained tension, a former best friend, a once inseparable friendship that suddenly fractured for no clear reason, a mentor, a teacher, or someone who shaped your life in profound ways, only to disappear from it. They have been silent, but their soul, in its final hour, is begging, screaming for one last chance to unburden itself. They could be someone you love dearly, or once loved, the person you thought had vanished completely from your life, or the one who is still near, but always feels emotionally distant. They may have wronged you grievously, or conversely, they may have tried to protect you, but chose the wrong way. They might be the direct cause of your pain, or just a silent witness to it. But the truth they carry now is not about guilt or blame. It is about completion, restoration, and making something right in the final breath of time. You are not a passive listener in this story. You are the main character. You are the one chosen by heaven to receive this truth, to hold space for it, to bring light where darkness has reigned for too long. You are about to fulfill a promise your soul made. This is a moment of destiny, and you were chosen for this because you are strong enough, gentle enough, wise enough, and loved enough to see it through. You are not imagining this. That feeling that you have a crucial role in this is absolutely correct. You are being chosen in this very instant to perform a holy act of divine restoration. Your obedience, your yes to this call, will echo into eternity. Imagine you are standing at a sacred crossroads. One path leads to witnessing a miracle of healing and release. The other path leads to a mystery that will haunt you for the rest of your life, a question that will never be answered. The choice is now. The time is now. And this message is the door. Archangel Michael is holding it open for you. Step through. God says you are not broken or messed up as you sometimes think. You simply have an incredibly strong spiritual connection to someone who has hidden too much from you. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a sacred antenna. And now is the time of revelation, the time for that antenna to receive its clearest signal. You were chosen to handle this because there is something in their confession that will unlock a deep healing within your own bloodline. This goes far beyond the personal, physical, and emotional. What this person carries affects not only their life and yours, but it also affects your family, your destiny, and perhaps even your physical health. God says that when this truth is spoken, something generational will be broken. Listen closely to this. A curse, a repeating pattern of suffering, a family secret that has been passed down through generations, silently transmitting pain from soul to soul. It could be a pattern of broken relationships, career failures, or a nameless sorrow that clings to your family. And now, you are the one heaven has chosen to stand up and say, enough. This chain of pain ends here, in my generation. You are the chain breaker. Archangel Michael says, your soul promised before you were born that one day you would receive this truth, that you would hold space for it, that you would be the one to bring light into the darkness. And you are about to fulfill that promise. God says your compassion will be tested, but it will also be rewarded in equal measure. This is not just about receiving information. It is a great spiritual rebalancing. When the truth is spoken, when the confession is uttered, the heavens will open. When the secret is revealed, the angels will rejoice. Because what has been locked in the energy of pain and shame will be released into peace and grace. God says your heart is so much purer than you think. Even when you consider yourself weak, heaven sees a resilient strength within you. Even on the nights you cried yourself to sleep, the angels recorded every tear as a sacred, powerful prayer. You were chosen to hear this truth because only you can receive it without being destroyed. Others, upon hearing this truth, might crumble in judgment and anger. But you are different. You have a grace that others do not. You have a gentleness, a compassion that can dissolve another's fear and shame. You are made for moments like this. This is why your soul is so sensitive. This is why you can feel things that others cannot explain. It is not a flaw. It is a divine design. You were created to perform this kind of spiritual surgery. You are a vessel, a channel for holy healing. The choice is yours, and it must be made now. The time has come. This message is the open door. Step through it. Do not let their last breath come without resolution. Let them speak. Let them be free. Let the truth live. You are the vessel. You are the one all of heaven is counting on. And you are not alone in this mission. Archangel Michael is with you, and God has already declared victory for the truth. Now, act, trust, receive. You don't have to accept them back into your life as before. But you must allow the truth to be revealed. You must create space for it. This is not just for them. It is for your own peace, your own healing, your own liberation from years of unexplained confusion and pain. God is bringing a closure, but not the kind of closure that comes from turning away. It's the kind of closure that comes from fully understanding what was hidden. Your kindness, your forgiveness, your act of listening could be the last miracle they experience on this earth. Do not miss the moment to grant that miracle. Do not harden your heart. God says, forgive even before. You understand everything. Listen before you react. Receive before you judge. Because this soul is trembling in fear and regret, and you have the power to bring peace to you both. God says your compassion will be tested. You may hear things that hurt you, but it will also be rewarded beyond measure. This is not just about receiving information. It is about spiritual rebalancing. When the truth is spoken, the heavens will open. When the secret is revealed, the angels will rejoice, because what was locked in pain will be released into peace. You were chosen to hear this truth because only you can receive it without being destroyed. With your compassion, their final breaths will not be heavy with guilt. With your patience, their final moments will be filled with light instead of darkness. You will be the bridge between their guilty silence and God's infinite grace. You are far more important in this divine plan than you can possibly imagine. And God promises, for your obedience, heaven will respond. For your kindness, heaven will reward. For your understanding, heaven will multiply. And in time, the pain will not sting so sharply. You will look back on this moment and say, that moment changed me. That moment healed generations. That moment was truly sacred, because that is exactly what this is, a sacred unfolding, a divine intervention, a holy deliverance. Archangel Michael repeats, your kindness, your forgiveness, your act of listening could be their last miracle on earth. This is a call not for you to condone every past wrongdoing, but for you to allow the truth to be revealed, because it is the truth, not silence, that brings peace. Even if that truth is as sharp as a blade, it is still holy and necessary for healing. God says, your heart is purer than you know. Even when you think you are weak and wounded, heaven sees the strength and purity within you. The act of forgiveness here is not a gift you give them. It is a gift you give yourself. You forgive not so they can be at peace, but so you can be freed from the burden of confusion, resentment, and unexplained pain that has followed you for so long. After this moment passes, after the truth is spoken and the necessary tears have fallen, there will be restoration. It may not come immediately, tomorrow, but it will surely come. God is promising you a deep peace, a peace that can no longer be shaken by the storms of the world. You will find meaning in the sorrow. You will find purpose in the pain. You will turn your wounds into wisdom. This is not the end of your story. This is a new beginning, purified by truth. This is the page you never expected to turn. This is the deep, quiet breath right before a great breakthrough. And even if this person leaves this world, their words, their truth, will remain with you. They will not haunt you, but will echo in your soul as a guide. They will direct you in ways no one else ever could. God says, when you hear what they have to say, do not react in the anger of the flesh. Listen with the grace of heaven. Listen with your soul. Let love be the anchor that holds you. You have prayed for answers, and now they are coming. You have asked for clarity, and now the fog is lifting. You may not like what you are about to hear, but you will be set free by it. And freedom, the liberation of the soul, is the greatest gift God can give. The secret this person carries is not just their personal burden. It is an energetic entity that has been silently impacting your life. It is a truth with the power to reframe your entire past and unlock your future. It has affected you unconsciously, and now it has the power to unlock a healing, not just for you, but for your bloodline and your destiny. God did not send this message to destroy you. He sent it to awaken you. He sent it so you would see that the pain you have quietly carried, the heaviness in your soul you feel late at night, was not entirely your own. It was invisibly connected to this person, to their secret, their choices, their silence, their betrayal or distance. It all had a reason. Reasons they never had the courage to speak aloud, until now. Ever since the sacred promise between you was broken, be it a promise of protection, of presence, or of truth. Soul has never truly been at rest. You have had sleepless nights, tossing and turning with nameless questions. You have had days where your chest felt as heavy as stone for no clear reason. You have experienced sudden waves of anger, sadness, confusion that came out of nowhere. You thought you were broken, that you were weak, that something was wrong with you. But God says today, you are not broken. You are simply spiritually connected to someone who has hidden too much from you. Their silence has created a painful echo in your own soul. God knows you have been deeply hurt by half-truths and bitter silence. He knows the devastation that confusion can wreak on a sensitive soul. He knows the nights you have cried without knowing exactly what you were crying for, the unanswered questions, the things others refused to say, a love that never made complete sense, a betrayal that never got a conclusion, a presence that felt so close yet was always so distant. Now, God says that pain is about to end, not by forgetting, but by revelation. This person knows that what they want to say will set you free, because you, without realizing it, have been unwittingly trapped in the same energetic prison with them. Imagine the lies and secrets as invisible walls which have imprisoned your potential, your joy, and your peace. The truth is not here to destroy that prison and injure you. It is here to dissolve those walls like smoke. It is here to cleanse. God is bringing a closure, but not the kind that comes from walking away, but the kind that comes from understanding what was hidden. The truth may hurt for a moment, like antiseptic on a wound, but it will set you free forever. And moreover, it will allow their soul to depart in peace, instead of being imprisoned in regret. You may not like what you hear, but you will be set free by it. And freedom is the greatest gift God gives. After the truth is revealed, you will walk lighter, sleep deeper, and for the first time in a long time, you will truly breathe again. The other person's choice to be silent, their betrayal, or their distance, all had a reason. Reasons they never had the courage to speak. Archangel Michael says their silence was not to punish you. It stemmed from fear of judgment, fear of your reaction. But their soul is now crying out louder than their fear. This person has been visited by angels in their dreams. They have been shown what would happen if they did not reveal the truth. God says this person was never meant to take this secret to the grave. But shame silenced them. Fear imprisoned them. Regret froze their tongue. And now they are losing strength. They are trying to reach out, but don't know how. Their soul is knocking on the door of your heart. Now, take a deep breath. Because this is the core of the secret. God says it plainly. You were deceived into thinking that the other person betrayed you alone. The truth is deeper, more painful, and more redemptive than you can imagine. They were silenced by someone else. Someone you may still be trusting to this day. Yes, God is making this clear right now. Someone you thought was innocent, someone you allow close to your life, perhaps a confidant, another family member, is the one who intervened. That person stood between you and the one who is dying and blocked the truth from being spoken. This third person whispered lies into your ear about the other one. They poisoned your perception with masterfully woven stories. They manipulated time and distorted evidence. They acted like a serpent, slowly injecting the venom of doubt and division into your relationship. And they succeeded in driving you both apart, in creating a wall of silence and misunderstanding, until now. But heaven has had enough. Heaven is tired of letting this lie persist and destroying more lives. The truth that the other person is about to reveal is not just about their own mistakes, but about exposing the wolf in sheep's clothing who is standing by your side. This person once promised you something, directly or in silence. They might have said they would protect you, be with you forever, or perhaps they promised to always tell you the truth. But they broke that promise, partly out of weakness, partly due to manipulation. And ever since, your soul has never truly been at rest. You have had sleepless nights, days with a heavy chest for no reason. You have felt a chronic spiritual fatigue that no therapy could cure. You thought you were broken, but God says you were simply feeling the aftermath of a broken promise and a hidden truth. God knows the nights you cried without knowing exactly what for. Now you are about to know. That secret is directly related to you. It is related to your life's purpose. It is related to the missing piece you have been searching for all this time. You have always felt incomplete, haven't you? As if something in your life was always unfinished, only half lit, half explained. You achieve success, but don't feel fulfilled. You have love, but still feel lonely. Now, God says the final piece of the puzzle is about to be placed in your hands. There is something in the other person's confession that will unlock a healing in your bloodline. This transcends the physical. What they carry affects your family, your destiny, and maybe even your health. God says that when this truth is spoken, something generational will be broken. A curse of betrayal, a pattern of separation, a secret of injustice that has been passed down for generations, transmitting pain from soul to soul. And now, you are the one heaven has chosen to end it. You are the chain breaker. The truth that the other person carries is related to your inheritance. Yes, God says it is related to your inheritance. Not just financially, although that could be part of it, but more importantly, your spiritual inheritance. There is something they have been holding for you, a revelation, a piece of wisdom, a key to unlock the next season of prosperity and peace in your life. And now it is burning in their soul. They do not want to take it to the grave, but they are running out of time. The other person's silence was not just a personal issue. It was the result of a larger spiritual battle. The enemy of light has been trying to prevent the truth from being revealed, and heaven, through Archangel Michael, is intervening decisively to ensure that does not happen. God says the enemy has been trying to permanently silence the other person before they could talk to you. It has sown fear, shame, and chaos into their mind. That is why their condition became critical so quickly. That is why Michael is having to fight, to intervene, and to send this final call to you. Even now, as you are hearing these words, the enemy is trying to attack you. It will try to make you doubt. It will whisper in your ear, "This is just a silly story. It's just a coincidence. Don't believe this." But your soul knows better. Feel it. There is a vibration happening inside you. That is the truth resonating with the frequency of your soul. That is your soul awakening. That is the sacred moment knocking. That is why you must act now. The other person is besieged by forces trying to distract, delay, or completely end their journey before they can speak. The other person is not just dying biologically. They are being fought for fiercely in the spiritual realm. There is a war being waged over their soul because of the truth they carry. Your name is written in their final thoughts. They are trying to hold on, trying to survive long enough to speak. And now, heaven is acting through you to complete this mission. You must know this one more time, because it is crucial. If this person dies with this secret still locked in their heart, something sacred will be interrupted. A prophecy about your life will collapse. A chain of miracles will be delayed. Your destiny will be diverted. You will continue to live in a fog of confusion, always feeling that something you can't name is missing. Do not let that happen. Archangel Michael is standing by your side, and he has dispatched other angels to protect your mind and soothe your heart. The sword of Archangel Michael has been drawn. Its light is severing the binding cords of deception and fear. This battle for the truth is happening in the spiritual realm, and your soul, along with that truth, is the prize. Heaven has had enough. Other person is hovering between realms. They are about to step through a door from which they cannot return. But before they do, they are trying to reach you. Even now, as you are hearing this, their soul is pushing through the veil between worlds. Their soul is trembling with urgency. Their hands may be weak, their voice may be failing, but their heart is screaming in agony and regret. They must tell you this before it is too late. God has opened a window of time right now, in this very moment. And Archangel Michael is standing in it, using his own strength to hold it open against the demonic winds that are trying to slam it shut forever. You must choose to reach into this window to receive this message before it closes for good. Heaven is trembling with urgency. The angels have surrounded the realm between this world and the next, and Michael stands with his sword, not raised in battle, but in prayerful intervention. He is pleading for you to hear this. God says, you are safe. Listen closely to this. Nothing can harm you. You are divinely protected. Even if you feel like you are walking into a fire of emotion, know that fire cannot burn what God has anointed. You are cloaked in the armor of angels. You are surrounded by holy light. And the strength you think you lack is, in fact, already inside you. Heaven placed it there before you were born. You do not have to face this alone. Archangel Michael is by your side. He has sent other angels to protect your mind from the assault of doubt and to soothe your heart from panic. You are protected not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally. Even in your dreams, the hand of God is resting firmly on your shoulder. Michael is at your back, guarding your heart. The Holy Spirit is ready to whisper words of wisdom in your ear that no one else can speak. You will be carried through this storm, God. This truth will come unexpectedly, through various forms. It is crucial that you recognize these signs, prepare your soul, and be ready to receive it with compassion and forgiveness. Archangel Michael says this truth will come suddenly. It will not come in the way you expect. Be prepared. In a dream so vivid and clear that you can still feel it when you wake up. Voice or text message. A message that might be sent in a final moment of courage, which may sound disjointed or chaotic. A letter found, an old letter, or a note that unexpectedly appears in a place you wouldn't expect. A messenger. Someone will come and bring you the news. A final conversation. A phone call or a meeting that feels hurried. Rushed. Do not ignore it. It may be your only moment to receive the truth before they are gone. You have already been feeling the signs. The pull in your chest, the dreams, the sudden memories, their name echoing in your mind. This is not random. It is divine convergence. This is why the atmosphere around you has felt strange in recent days. This is why you have felt uneasy, emotional, as if something is trying to break through. It is not your imagination. It is your soul trying to awaken. It is heaven sending signals. Archangel Michael says, they are still trying to reach you right now. Look for the signs in the next 24 hours. There will be unusual movements around you. Your phone might ring once and then stop. A bird might tap on your window. A familiar scent might suddenly fill your space. A song with special meaning might play. These are not coincidences. These are messages. You are not allowed to ignore them. They are the final attempts of a soul trying to complete its last mission. Even now, as you listen to these words, do you feel something stirring inside? Maybe your heart is beating faster. Maybe a warm pressure in your chest. Maybe a whisper in your soul. That is heaven's call. That is the presence of Michael standing behind you, ready to guide you to what you must see now. God says you are not reading this by chance. The enemy will try to make you doubt, but your soul knows better. The vibration within you is the truth resonating. You have had visions or sudden emotional bursts. You may have cried without understanding why, or suddenly remembered things you thought you had forgotten. That is God softening your spirit, making room for what is to come. He is preparing you. This message is your final preparation. If you open your heart now, the doors of understanding will open. Archangel Michael is pleading with you to stop and listen. Something sacred has been activated, and you must be a part of it. Not tomorrow, not later, but right now. God is asking you to soften your spirit, so that when the moment comes, when their broken heart is laid bare before you, you will not judge them. You will not turn away. You will understand that what they held back was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to set you free. Archangel Michael is pacing before the throne of God, praying for your ears to be opened and your heart to be softened. Because there will be a moment, a quiet, unexpected moment, when this person will try to say something. And if you are not paying attention, you will miss it. That is what Michael is trying to prevent. He does not want this soul to leave the earth with that truth still buried. Let your ears be sharp. Let your heart be open. Pay attention to the signs in their words, in their eyes. God will guide that moment. He will make it clear. You don't need to worry about saying the right thing. Just be present. Just be love. Do not miss this moment. Do not harden your heart. God repeats, forgive before you understand. Listen before you react. Receive before you judge. Because this soul is trembling, and you have the power to bring peace to you both. You must trust. Release your fear right now. Breathe in the peace of heaven. And remember this, you were chosen for this. You are strong enough. You are gentle enough. You are wise enough. You are loved enough. You are covered. You are protected. You are never alone. Archangel Michael says you must be still and listen, not with your physical ears, but with the ears of your soul. That is how the true message will come to you. God says, be still and listen. The moment will come soon. Be ready, and when it does, do not run from it, do not deny it, embrace it. Because this moment, this truth, is for you. And once you hear it, you will never be the same again. This is your sacred moment. Don't let it pass. You will receive a clear sign within the next 24 hours. When it comes, stop everything. Listen, pray, ask Archangel Michael to help you interpret it. He will come. He will protect you. He will guide you to the next step. You must not delay. Delay is how the enemy wins. But urgency is the language of heaven right now. This person, who is near death, has been waiting for the right time. That time is now, but they are weak. They are on the brink. Their soul is flickering like a candle in the wind. If you wait too long to listen, the flame could go out, and the truth will vanish with it. Now, this is your moment to open your heart and say to heaven, here I am. Speak to me. I am ready. Do not delay. Do not pretend this is for someone else. God says this is for you. This is your appointment. This is your divine awakening. The truth will not be here to destroy, but to cleanse and liberate. It will bring a deep healing to both you and the other person, opening a new chapter of peace, freedom, and purpose in your life. God did not send this message to destroy you. He sent it to awaken you. The truth is no longer a threat. It is your rescue. The truth will be hard. Yes, there may be tears, but it will be holy, and it will unlock something you have been praying for, perhaps without realizing it. The truth will hurt for a moment, but it will set you free forever. God says the truth is not here to destroy. It is here to purify. Heaven will cry with you, but on the other side of those tears, a light will shine that you have never seen before. The dust settles. You will feel a freedom you never knew existed. A peace will settle over your soul like the gentle morning sun after a violent storm. You will walk lighter. You will sleep deeper. You will breathe again. After this moment passes, after the truth is spoken and the tears are shed, there will be restoration. It may not come instantly, but it will surely come. God is promising you an unshakable peace. Michael says this is not about punishment. It is about redemption. It is about healing something that has been broken for too long. The other person's soul wants to atone, and you are the door they must walk through to find it. With your compassion, their last breath will not be full of guilt. With your patience, their last moment will be filled with light. You will be the bridge between their silence and God's grace. There is a miracle waiting on the other side of this revelation. This is not just about receiving information. It is about a spiritual rebalancing. When the truth is spoken, heaven will open. When the secret is revealed, the angels will rejoice, because the energy locked in pain will be released into peace. Balance will be restored, not just in your life, but in the spiritual realm. You will understand things that have confused you for years. Your path will finally be clear. This is not the end of your story. It is a new beginning. This is the page you never expected to turn. This is the breath before the breakthrough. Even if this person leaves the world, their words will stay to guide you. When the truth comes, it will not just explain the past, but unlock your future. God says you are not too late. You did not miss the moment. You are right on time. Everything is being perfectly orchestrated. This message is the proof. So, trust. Let go of fear. Breathe in the peace of heaven. And remember this. You were chosen for this. You are covered. You are protected. You are never alone. Now is no longer the time for passive listening. Now is the time to act. Now is the time for you to answer heaven's call. Step 1. Accept your mission. If you believe this message is for you, if you feel the truth in these words, take an act of faith right now. Comment below this video with the words, "I am ready." This is not just a comment. This is your declaration to the universe, to heaven, that you accept your role, that you are ready to receive the truth and step into your healing. Step 2. Pray. This prayer. Close your eyes, place a hand on your heart, and repeat these words, out loud or in your mind, with all your sincerity. Dear God, dear Archangel Michael, I hear your call. I accept that this message is for me. Right now, I release all fear, all doubt, all judgment. I open my heart to receive the truth, no matter how difficult it may be. Please give me the strength to face it, the compassion to listen, and the wisdom to understand. Archangel Michael, please surround me in your protective light. Guide me, show me the signs, and let me know what I must do. I am ready to be an instrument of your healing and your peace. I trust in your divine plan. Amen. Step 3. Watch and listen for the next 24 hours. Live in a state of heightened awareness. Pay attention to your dreams, to calls, messages, encounters, and small signs. When the sign comes, do not hesitate. Act on the prompting of your soul. Step 4. Become a beacon of light. This message found you, but there may be thousands of others who also need to hear it. If you feel led, share this message. Not to get views, but to pass on this torch of light so that another lost soul might find their way, just as you have today. Now, take a deep breath. Feel the peace that is beginning to spread. Feel the presence of angels around you. You have been heard. You have been chosen. You are unconditionally loved. Your journey to truth and freedom has officially begun. The peace of God be with you always.